So we went there hoping for and praying for my healing. And the priest was very, very spiritual. And he said, when you go downstairs, there's about 175 relics, and many of them he gave us permission to pick up and put to our heart or touch another religious item to it, and however we were going to connect with that particular saint. And my first inclination and the first thing I did was to find Saint Rita. And I went to her, and I prayed for my healing to her, but I was in a lot of fear at that time. And then what I started doing was thinking, which was the worst thing I could have done. But then I started thinking, well, how about if it's not Saint Rita who's my saint? And this is only in my mind because it's my name. And I started to literally panic and run to every single saint, 175, that were there. And I was really panicking, and my youngest son, who was 6 at the time, saw me, and he said, Mom, do you know who your saint is? And I said, Aiden, Mom's having a really hard time hearing right now. And he says, well, do what you always tell me. Stop listening with your head and listen with your heart. And he was right. And he said, well, she told me you weren't listening, so come over here. I wrote it down for you. And I went to where he was, and he had a little business card that he must have gotten from the priest, and he wrote down Aiden Saint, Saint Malachi, and underneath it, Mom Saint, Saint Rita. And he said, Mom, she told me that you weren't listening, and you need to go back to her for your healing. And I trusted him. All my kids came in very intuitive with many, many spiritual gifts. I rushed back to St. Rita, apologizing for not trusting myself. And I spent the rest of my time there with her.